Wisconsin. There's actually some rain showers, freezing rain in Iowa, the northeastern corner of Iowa, but all of Minnesota, the Dakotas, moving into Wisconsin, all of it is snow showers. And it does appear as though they're going to have measurable amount of snow. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if we see upwards of 5, 6, 7 inches in those particular areas we were just talking about. Now, the Upper Peninsula is also going to pick up some measurable amount of snow, and kind of an unusual situation this year is going to be a much better chance of seeing deeper snow along the Sunrise side of Lake Huron, of the area from the Straits all the way down to Tawas and in that area, and then over in Michigan's Thumb, where over the next 2 days, we're going to be anticipating at least 4 inches, if not 5, or very possibly 6 inches of snow. So if you are going to be traveling in that direction, you are going to run into some snow. All of it is going to kick in after sunset tonight. We're looking for the chances of snow really picking up then, carrying all the way through the nighttime hours. We'll see an east wind, only about 10 miles per hour, but still right along the lake. That's where we're going to see the heaviest amount of snow. Now, the wind will pick up a little bit of intensity as we go into the day on Friday, and that northeast and east wind is going to become a lot more northerly. The reason for is because we have a low pressure system right now, which is situated over South Dakota. It's heading into northern Iowa, and then it'll be over Chicago overnight tonight. Eventually, it's going to move under Michigan and be in West Virginia by Friday afternoon. And again, you figure with that counterclockwise circulation of air, that's the reason why we are going to be seeing a south, then a southeast, then an east, then a northeast, and eventually north winds. And they will pick up a little bit as we go into the day on Friday. But once we get into Saturday, especially later in the day on Saturday, that's when the winds are going to begin to die down. What are the chances of snow on Saturday? Right along the lakeshore, very good, because we will be looking at a north wind on Saturday gusting to 20 miles per hour. So not so much along the Sunrise side as it will be in Michigan's Thumb. So upper Huron County, all the way right straight down through eastern and central Tuscola County, Sanilac County, and then dropping down through Lapeer into areas north of Detroit. That's where we stand a chance of getting some snow on Saturday. Other than that, we're going to be looking at partly cloudy skies, but our temperatures 22 for a high on Saturday, 4 for a low on Saturday night. One of the coldest days that we have seen in quite some time. You got to go all the way back to January of this year to see temperatures that cold. Sunday, still the low 20s during the day, but at night, we're going to hang on 18, 19 degrees, should be very common in the evening hours on Sunday. Now, we're going to keep our eye on a low on Sunday. It'll be in the western portions of South Dakota. That low is going to affect our weather on Monday night into the day on Tuesday. Monday is going to start off with mostly cloudy skies, but snow as we go into the later afternoon hours on Monday. Temperature will be 32 for a high on Monday, 28 for a low on Monday night. And again, it'll be generating some snow on Monday night into Tuesday morning, but tapering off as we go through the morning on Christmas Eve. Still, mostly cloudy skies, but the temperature on Christmas Eve is going to warm up to about 38 degrees, and then it's only going to drop down to 33 for a low on Tuesday night. Then on Christmas Day, mostly cloudy skies, 38 for a high. And the temperatures are going to continue to climb. We're looking at short-term, long-term, much above average from Christmas Day right into the weekend after Christmas. And then from the weekend after Christmas to the first of the new year, we're still going to be looking at our temperatures to be much above normal. Precipitation values throughout the entire period will be above normal. So don't be surprised if we see some rain showers on again, off again during that period of time. Record high in the state is 52. That was set in 1923, 101 years ago. The record low, 9 below zero. That was set in 1951. A year ago, our high was 32. Our low was 24. We had no precipitation to report. Sun will set this evening at 5:02, rise tomorrow morning at 8:06. First day officially, the winter solstice will be on the 21st at 3:21 in the morning. Incidentally, the warmest ever 19th of December was set in 1923. 52 was our high, 36 was our low. The coldest ever 19th was in 1951. 13 was our high, 6 below zero was our low. And the most amount of snow on this date, 1929, you got to go back there, just under 15 inches of snow in a 24-hour period of time. That is what the weather is looking like as of right now. We'll talk a little bit more about the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have?
Up next, we have Melinda Sweeney with the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. The clock is ticking. The time is running out. You want to take advantage of that Case IH Farm All Tractor special financing offer or offers. Might be a very good idea to get a hold of Weiss Equipment right now. 0% interest for 84 months. So we're talking 7 years. On a Case IH Farm All Tractor, anywhere from the value-packed Compact Farm All A to the Deluxe Compact Farm All C and C Series with cabs. It'll fit whatever you need. Have Weiss Equipment pair you up with the right size Farm All tractor to the job that you need to get done. Can-Do comes in red. Farm All, available today at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. We say good morning to Melinda Sweeney over at the Andersons. And Melinda, last time I looked, it looks like we were trying to make up for some of that loss in the soybeans. How far along are we?
Yeah, we have corn unchanged, beans up 5, wheat down 9. Corn was down slightly lower this morning after the sharp sell-off yesterday in the soy complex, and it really just had a meltdown with better Brazilian crops, Argentinian crops, and then the uncertainty in the U.S. with the U.S. biofuels coming in with our new administration starting in 2025. Really, it was also driven by the decline in the Brazilian currency and concerns over the ending of the 40B tax credit for the week so far. And Janton beans have lost about 38 cents, and I think we've gained back about 5, so about 33 cents off the highs of what we've seen the last few weeks.
Now, what's going on with the currency down there?
There's a decline in currency. Brazil's also going through some government changes as well in structure. So as the U.S. dollar changes, so does the Brazilian dollar as well.
Okay. And right now they're heading in the wrong direction also, huh?
So it appears that way.
Yeah.
We also have the wheat complex down 7. The Soviet Econ has cut its estimates for the Russian wheat crop to the lowest level since 2021 at 78.7 million metric tons, which is a decline of 3 million metric tons. Cuts in the Russian production could be a catalyst for higher wheat futures, but we're seeing them down a little bit today. The selling pressures really continue throughout the grain complex and putting pressure in the wheat. With the rise in the dollar yesterday, it was bearish wheat. So A lot of moving parts as we close out the year. We have a few short trading days next week, and we have the market close on Wednesday, a short trading day next week, and then the same the following week. So there's a lot of things in the market, not only politics, but with the market being closed and traders being gone, it'll put a lot of pressure in the market as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about next week. So trading on Tuesday, is it a full day or a half day?
I have not looked yet, but I do believe Christmas Eve is typically a half a day. I believe the markets will close early at 1 p.m.
Okay. And yeah, then nothing on Tuesday or on Wednesday, and then we're back on Thursday and Friday. So little bit of trading, little less opportunity to do any trading right now.
Yep. In 2 short weeks, the office staff will be limited, I'm sure, everywhere as everyone's trying to burn vacation and also spend time with their families for the holidays.
Yeah. So right now on the board, what do you have?
Right now we're at $3.85 cash corn nearby. February, March, $4. April forward, $4.05. New crop 25 corn at $3.70. Nearby soybeans are $9.02. March of 25 soybeans, $9.15. New crop 25 soybeans, $9. New crop July 25 red wheat at $4.85. So we've lost about 15 cents there as wheat's been trying to stay at the equilibrium of $5 cash. And then white wheat for July of 25 is $5.25.
You have a great day, Melinda. Probably won't have a chance to talk to you before Christmas. So to you and everybody at the Andersons and, of course, your family, Merry Christmas to you, okay?
Thanks. Merry Christmas to you guys and all of our listeners out there.
Melinda Sweeney with the Andersons. A little bit more in depth. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us. The Market Report brought to you by Legendary Tree Care. You need some trimming done. You need some tree removal. Legendary Tree Care is who you need. No job is too big. No job is too small. They are fully licensed and insured, and they do specialize in big projects. Check them out, legendarytreecare.com, or like them on Facebook. Market Report also brought to you by Michigan Truck Spring of Saginaw, your complete parts and service headquarters for light, medium, heavy-duty trucks and trailers, as well as buses and recreational vehicles. Very competitive prices, and they've been doing it for over 45 years. 800-358-4751, that's the number, or buy your parts at truckspring.com. And don't forget, they are open till 11 p.m. weekdays. Doug Klein, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, you the magic ball worked. You knew what was going to happen. Yes,
I was worried what was going to happen. I didn't know it, but when that when the cell ticks started coming in, it just got bloody, and there was no stopping it. There was no people to say this is stupid. So it just got stupider, and that's the way markets are nowadays. And we've watched it all for a couple of years now in the commodities. It's just the way it goes. These auto traders, AI traders, that's how it goes. I looked at the new high, new low list. There's 2 pages of new lows today and a half a page of highs, and I don't even really recognize many of the highs on the new list or the new high list. So, but I see a lot of new lows, that I do recognize. Dow Chemical, a lot of the oil service companies. ConAgra's on the new low list. They came out and said that they're getting squeezed on the margins. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff on the new low list. Precious metals kind of getting hammered. Silver's down over 5% today, so that's getting popped.
Really?
The dollar is troublesome, 108.25. That's getting really strong. And I did take a look at the chart, and a few years ago, I'm going to go with 2020. Dollar spiked to 116. So we don't ever want to see that kind of pain again, but you got to prepare yourself for what might come, and that would really hurt exports. That's the big thing. And natural gas is spiking for, I guess, because it's cold out or whatever. So that's up 3.5% today. So that's something on the green side. So anyway, here's your numbers. March corn is 437 3/4, up a half a penny. September corn 428, down a penny and a quarter. March soybeans 960 3/4, up 7.5. The September soybeans 966 and a quarter, up 6.5. March wheat is 532 and a quarter, down 9, and September wheat 563 and a half, down 8. Crude oil 69.36, down 66 cents. Heating oil is 223.95, down 1.9 cents. Gasoline 191.71, down 2.5 cents, and that kind of should put us at the 260 level. So I'm going to hold out. I still got quarter tank.
Hang on to it.
Natural gas is 283. That's up 9.8 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.4352 Canadian. That's down 1 tick. The dollar buys 157.62 yen. That's up 282 ticks. That's huge, which means that the yen is getting cheaper against the dollar, which is not good for us trade-wise. The euro is at 103.70 again, getting cheaper, so not good for us, but it's up 18 ticks this morning. Then the dollar at 108.24, up 22 ticks. You get it. Gold's at $25.94.20, down $42.30 an ounce. Silver's $29.03, down 4.5%, or $1.38 an ounce. Platinum's $926.50, down $8.10 an ounce, and copper's at $408.30, down 7.4 cents.
Okay, hang in there.
Yeah, tomorrow's Friday.
Yep.
What could go wrong?
Not a thing. Not a thing. Doug, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Coming up after this break, who do we have, Matthew?
Up next, we have Craig Voorhees from the Rummel Insurance Agency, and we also have Jerry Samolsky from the Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. But first, this.
2024 is winding down. Most people have a lot on their plates: Christmas parties, shopping, traveling to be with family. How about you? Do you have a little time to car or truck shop? Well, I'm Steve Cook from Cook Chevrolet Ambassador, and I'm here to tell you, if you can find the time, you'll be glad you did. At Cook Chevrolet, you'll still find the absolute best offers on crew cab, four-wheel drive, Silverado pickups in years, starting at $199 a month. How long can we expect lease payments to stay this low? Will they stay this low next year? $199 a month? Are you willing to take the risk? And for all you SUV fans, 2025 Blazers are still only $334 and Equinoxes as low as $301. I'm begging you, check out Chevy payments today and spend some of the money you save to finish your Christmas shopping. Cook Chevrolet, M15, top of the hill Ambassador.
Payments based on GM employee and family lease. 10,000 miles per year, $2,000 cash down plus tax. Call or visit us on the web at cookchevysuperstore.com. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain, your Dairyland seed dealer. They've got the products that you need. Just get a hold of Justin Varner, and he's got a good supply across all Dairyland varieties, ready to take care of you and make your farming operation more profitable next year. Dairyland Seed. We've got seed with your name on it from your friends at Freeland Bean and Grain since 1983. Where serving you is our business. We say good morning to Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville, the plant of the week. Other than mistletoe, what would it be, Jerry?
Terry, plant this week is dwarf Alberta spruce. It's very slow growing. It grows very slowly, probably in our area, maybe up to 2 inches a year. So it has a very tight, compact form. Actually, they make great cemetery plants because cemeteries don't like a lot of big things you have to mow around. So if they allow plants at all, they do well for that situation. But they also work well in the landscape for people that don't want to prune, low maintenance plant. It says it grows, and I've seen them 8-10 feet and maybe up to 5 feet wide. But gosh, from a 2 or 3 foot tall plant at a couple inches a year, that takes quite a while. So they're great. They're easy to grow. They like full sun. They're fairly adaptable to a wide range of soils, and they're a form of white spruce. So white spruce is native to us. Now, oddly enough, some of these spruce trees, Terry, they find these unique mutated growth on them, and then they propagate and find out that that trait will carry through. And that's how this glauca came about, as a sport off another tree. So it's a fun, nice little plant to have, does well, and serves a great purpose.
And you've got them at the nursery?
We do, Terry, and we're a little bit going dormant right now. We're going to be closed for the holiday season, but we'll be back again and breaking bud after the first of the year.
All right. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Jerry, from all of us here to you, your family, and everybody at Bay Landscaping.
Thank you so much, and to all the listeners, have a happy, healthy holiday season, and we'll see you at the first of the year.
Will do. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Farmers, you need to find ways in this market to put a profit on your bottom line. Well, it starts with saving half the cost of seed before you even get started. High Fidelity Genetics offers non-GMO seed corn and soybeans that qualify for organic production. You get high quality, high yielding seed at half the price. Test plots prove you get the best for less with High Fidelity Genetics. Plus, you get more savings if you buy it by the end of the year and pay for it. Find out more by going online at highfidelitygenetics.com or call 515-434-7333. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency joining us right now. And Craig, a lot of the gifts that are going to be under the tree are, they need electricity.
Right, Terry. We mentioned jewelry and those types of things the other day, but you are correct. Cell phones, electronics, laptops, all that stuff are also popular gifts this time of year, of course. And some carriers, insurance carriers, do allow you to put those on your farm or home policy, but it might be worth looking at getting a separate policy for them, or even insuring them through the service provider that you work with. The reason being, especially if you've got somebody in the family that's prone to losing their phone or breaking one of them, the claims are looked at and scrutinized in a way they've never been before. So if we can keep those little claims someplace away from your main home policy or your farm policy to keep the integrity of those policies good, it wouldn't hurt to look at insuring those not with your home.
All right. Good advice. We'll try to talk to you next week. All righty?
Yes, sir. We will be available other than Tuesday and Wednesday, of course.
Fantastic. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. We were talking yesterday about the CR dispute, what was going on, continuing resolution in Washington, and everybody was thrilled that it looked like we were going to have a continuing resolution. Well, it looks as though that was a little premature, according to our Michigan Ag Today folks.
Just yesterday, we were celebrating the agreement reached by congressional leaders to avert a government shutdown, but several reports are now saying that President-elect Trump and Elon Musk, who Trump is tasked with running the newly created Department of Government Efficiency, have spoken out against the continuing resolution that included $10 billion in farm aid. With Congress facing a Friday deadline to keep the government open, Farm Bureau Vice President of Public Policy Sam Kiefer is pushing for the original bill to get passed.
There's a good sum of money for states and communities that have been devastated by wildfires and hurricanes and floods in general, and specifically for agricultural assistance. And $20 billion out of the $100 billion for natural disasters is targeted to agriculture. And beyond that, there is $10 billion specifically earmarked for agriculture economic assistance.
It also includes the ability for retailers to provide year-round sales of E15 gasoline. Kiefer says the bill doesn't provide everything agriculture needs, but it's a good bit of relief for now. And Farm Bureau is asking farmers to engage with their elected officials.
Every elected official is important. The last 3 days, it's been a process of engaging with the leadership in each chamber. But at this point, votes are what are needed to get this across the finish line. Every elected official needs to understand how important this critical assistance is for farmers and ranchers.
That was Eric Pfeiffer. Let's check our New York markets right now. Over to Baird we go. Teresa DeVoe joining me. What's going on in New York, Teresa?
Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 233 points this morning at 42,560, 351 million shares traded. NASDAQ also up 163 points at 19,556, 629 million shares traded there. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 363.69, down 20. Deere unchanged at 425.65. CMS Energy 65.90, up a nickel. Dow 39.40, down 75. DuPont 77.21, down 41. Corteva 56.68, up 27. General Motors 50.78, up 81. Trinzio 5.34, down 7. Walmart unchanged at 93.55. Huntington Bank 16.08, up 17. Independent Bank 35.48, up a penny, and AT&T at 22.59, up 11.
Teresa, take care. We'll talk to you again soon. All righty. Teresa DeVoe with our folks over at Baird and Company. As far as the CR dispute is concerned, Zippy Duvall was quoted as saying that we lost 141,000 farms in a 5-year period, and the number will grow if Congress fails to act. So obviously the Farm Bureau and a lot of other farm organizations are really pushing to get something done and get it done now. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coins in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Steve K.